The reality is that the case law actually does a beautiful job, if you look at it, of separating employment and self-employment. Some very learned judges have done some really fantastic things in working out these tests. The problem is it requires someone equally learned, someone very well versed to do it. So if you could, I don't know, put that in a neat, succinct and easy to appreciate way and make people consider it, yes, it might be helpful. But I think the difficulty is going to be what form of words is going to do it and whether clients are going to engage with it because they've got so much admin burden. That's kind of why we suggested almost remove all ambiguity, make it a straight election, and then let's just have a contractor levy. You just charge them a set percentage, you'll recoup the same. You don't need to deal with these really nuanced, difficult assessments.
Lord Bridges.
Just finally, sorry, a bit of a technical point, but coming back to CEST and what we've just been talking about, can CEST ever really get round these kind of nuanced legal points, especially if it doesn't address mutuality of obligation? I know, Ms. Abrams, in your evidence, which thanks, you're saying that it's too early to say whether you can make an assessment as to its utility. I don't know what others feel about it, but especially on those points, is it fit for purpose and what should be done about it?
I think, first and foremost, we start out usually by saying overall approach. The case law is quite clear. If you go back to the case of Lorimer versus Hall, it's a very oft-cited, one of the most cited case law examples. It says we should not adopt mechanistic approaches. It says that it's effectively you paint a picture from accumulation of brushstrokes and stand back and view the overall painting. I say as I'm looking up at the big painting above me. That's a very enduring metaphor. Now, the problem is it explicitly says no mechanistic approaches, but what you've got is a machine running a mechanical tool, running a flowchart, effectively, which weighs up the same outcomes equally every time, which is exactly what the case law says don't do. So can the CEST tool be improved? I think it's the wrong approach to start with. And all the guidance you see from the case law suggests don't do that kind of thing. Then you get into all the other things you've said. So admitting mutuality of obligation is one of the best tools in the case law. It's never going to get the right result. And then if you even input previous historic cases into, if you work out what the answer would be, it gets the wrong answer, or it gets the right answer on completely the wrong reason.
Have you done that?
Oh yes, well, in fact I can even...
Can you give us some examples?
I can actually forward you a detailed working through of all the main cases that have been looked at. I'll show you that, yes.
Well, that would be very helpful.
That, by the way...
Something to read next weekend.
To give credit where it's due, Lord Forsyth, that was Contractor Calculator did that one, so I can forward that on to you certainly.
Thank you.